but you told me about you're a sommelier, but you're not a standard sommelier because I found out you're a master sommelier.
Yes, I am.
And there are only like 200 master sommeliers in the world.
Yeah, I think there's closer to 300. Yeah.
300. It's like the equivalent of master of wine, but a master of wine knows a lot about wine, but a master of sommelier knows a lot about beverages, about drinks. It's not only about wine.
Yeah, and there's a lot of correlations in some regards between Master of Wine and Master Sommelier, and then there's a lot of differences as well. And I think probably one of the most striking differences is that the Master Sommelier uh, um, qualification, the diploma, focuses much more on the role of a sommelier. So all of the exams are focused much more towards service and towards, well, the job of a sommelier, as well as all of the knowledge aspect. And so the blind tasting is spoken instead of written. We all, of course, have the I'm so sorry. We, of course, have the practical exam as well, which is a large part of the exam. But yeah, it was an amazing process to go through. The people I met and the things I learned. And it's really lovely now to be able to be on the other side and to be able to give back to people who are studying for it now.
Yeah. So beside the WSET courses you did, you also did the Master Sommelier. So you know about how it's done working in a restaurant, even in Michelin star restaurants on a very high level, working with exceptional wines. And now you're representing and working at one of the UK biggest sparkling wine makers. How is it to combine that knowledge and bring it into practicality?
Yeah, I mean it's great. When I joined Gusborne, I was hugely excited to be able to dive a little bit deeper into the producer side of things as well. And so I'm very fortunate that I can work quite closely with our winemakers, so Mary and her team. And so for all of the base wine grading and the base wine blending prior to the second fermentation, I'm involved in that, which is great. And, over the last 10 years, I've learned a huge amount. But also, I think it's really interesting because winemakers and sommeliers taste in very different ways. They come to it from a very different position. And so I think it's really exciting to be able to blend that and to be able to see it from the winemaking perspective, as well as I guess, the perspective of seeing those bottles once they finish their journey on a wine list and on a restaurant table or, on our tables at home. So